Your avocado tree is trying to tell you something. And if the leaves are turning brown, most people make the exact same mistake. They guess, they water more, or less, or fertilize, or move the pot, or panic prune. But brown avocado leaves are not one problem. They're a symptom. And today, I'm going to show you how to read that symptom correctly. Because sometimes those brown tips mean salt. Sometimes they mean drought. Sometimes they mean you've kept the roots too wet for too long. And sometimes the sun is literally cooking one side of the tree. Avocado tip burn is commonly linked to chloride or salt accumulation, while sunburn on avocado trunks and limbs is a separate problem usually tied to heat and canopy exposure. So by the end of this video, you're going to know which kind of browning you're actually looking at, what not to do next, and how to follow a 30-day recovery plan that gives your tree the best chance to push healthy new growth. Quick test. If your avocado leaves are brown mostly at the tips, stay with me. If they turn yellow first, then go soft and brown, definitely stay with me. And if one side of your tree looks fried while the other side looks mostly okay, you are really going to want the section later in this video. Because each of those patterns points to a different problem. Drop a comment right now with just one word. Tips, yellow, or blotchy. That'll tell us what the avocado community is fighting most right now. Here's the map for this whole video. If the damage starts at the tip and creeps inward, think salt and leaching first. UC Avocado guidance says tip burn is usually not a nutrient deficiency and is often tied to saline irrigation water, poor leaching, or under-irrigation that lets salts build up in the root zone. If the leaf starts yellowing, then goes soft brown, think root trouble. That often means the soil is staying too wet, oxygen is too low around the roots, and root rot risk goes up. UC Avocado guidance emphasizes irrigation management, mulch, and root zone care as key parts of controlling root rot. And if damage is worse on the hot, exposed side of the tree, think sunburn or wind stress. UC IPM specifically recommends whitewashing exposed avocado trunks and limbs with white interior latex, paint diluted 50% with water to reduce sunburn damage. Now let's start with the silent killer, because for home growers, this is probably the most common one. If your avocado leaves are going brown right at the tips, and especially if it slowly marches down the edges, there's a good chance your tree is not sick in the way people think. It may be overloaded. Avocados are salt sensitive. UC sources describe tip burn as commonly caused by chloride accumulation in the leaves, often because of saline irrigation water, poor leaching, or under-irrigation that lets salts concentrate in the soil. Here's what happens. You water with tap water, well water, or reclaimed water. The water leaves the soil through evaporation and plant uptake, but a lot of the dissolved minerals stay behind. So over time, the root zone gets saltier, and the tree tries to shove those salts out to the farthest, least important part of the leaf, the tip. That's why salt damage often shows up like the leaf is burned from the outside in. And here's the part that confuses people. Underwatering can make this worse too, because when you water too lightly or too shallowly, you're not flushing anything out. You're just dampening the top and leaving the salts behind. UC Avocado guidance specifically notes that under-irrigation can also lead to salt accumulation and tip burn. So what do? You leach. Not a little sprinkle. Not a polite watering. A real flushing irrigation. Today we're not just watering. We're leaching. You want water moving fully through the root zone and out the bottom of the pot, or through the basin in the soil, so excess salts get carried away. UC Avocado materials describe increased leaching as the main control for salt injury, and note there is no quick amendment or fertilizer that directly reverses tip burn already present on leaves. And one important expectation reset. Those brown tips usually do not turn green again. The goal is not to heal the dead tissue. The goal is to stop the pattern and get better new leaves next. That's one of the biggest mindset shifts in avocado care. You're not fixing the old leaf. You're fixing the next leaf. So if you're seeing classic tip burn, ask, are you watering deep enough to flush salts? Do you see white crust on the pot or soil surface? Are you using hard tap water, well water, or reclaimed water? Have you been watering lightly but often? If the answer is yes to a few of those, salt buildup is a strong suspect. Avocado growers are often advised to do longer leaching irrigations before tip burn gets worse, especially where chloride and salinity are an issue. Now let's get into the biggest avocado trap of all. A thirsty-looking tree can actually be drowning. That's why people lose avocados. They see
This
drooping,
cross-section shows a common
stress, or
watering mistake.
browning,
Only the
assume the
top
tree
2
needs
inches are
more
damp.
water,
The bottom
and
80%,
accidentally
where
push
deeper
already
roots are,
struggling
stays
roots over the
completely dry,
edge.
leaving
If the
harmful
leaves are
salts behind.
dry, brittle, and crisp like a chip, that usually points more toward water stress from dryness. But if the leaf goes yellow first, then turns soft brown, and the soil stays wet for too long, that's the danger zone. That pattern is much more consistent with root stress and possible root rot conditions than simple thirst. You see sources emphasize checking soil moisture before irrigating and correcting irrigation first when root rot is suspected. And remember, avocado roots hate bad drainage. They're shallow-rooted, they rely heavily on a protected root zone, and they do not want to sit in cold, oxygen-poor mud. UC Ventura guidance says avocado roots depend strongly on natural mulch protection, and poor irrigation management is one of the first things to fix when disease pressure shows up. Here's the simplest test I want you using from now on. Don't trust the surface. Go down a few inches and check the moisture where the roots actually are. Extension guidance for avocado repeatedly recommends checking soil
This
moisture
cross-section of
before
an avocado
irrigating
tree in
rather
a
than
pot shows the
watering
top
on a
inch of
rigid
soil is
schedule.
dark and wet,
If it's
but
nicely
the
moist,
extensive root
great.
system below
If it's
is encased
swampy
the
or
failure to
muddy,
water deep
stop
enough to
watering.
flush salts.
If it's dusty and dry deeper down, your tree probably needs a deeper soak. And here's a subtle but important point. A tree with damaged roots can look thirsty even when the soil is wet because the roots are no longer working properly. That's why more water is not always more help. Root zone support. Now let's talk support, not magic fixes. A thick
See how the
woody
mulch
mulch
is dark
layer
and
under the
moist?
canopy
That's
helps
ideal for
protect
the tree's
avocado
roots.
roots,
I'm
reduce
checking the moisture level
evaporation,
now. You
and
want it damp,
improve
but
root
not
zone
soggy.
conditions.
I'll note this
UC
down for our
Ventura
records.
specifically says avocado roots depend on natural leaf mulch, and that mulch should be kept at least 6 inches away from the trunk to avoid collar rot. So yes, mulch helps, but do not pile it against the trunk. That's how people accidentally trade one problem for another. Gypsum. And what about gypsum? Gypsum can be part of avocado root zone management, especially in plantings dealing with root rot pressure or soil issues, and UC avocado guidance often mentions it alongside mulch and irrigation correction. But it is not a miracle cure, and it does not replace fixing the watering problem. So if your leaves are yellowing, softening, and browning, don't start by fertilizing. Start by asking whether the roots can breathe. This is where avocado diagnosis starts getting easier. Crispy tips tell one story. Yellow to brown softness tells another. But there's a third pattern that tricks a lot of growers, especially in hotter areas. When the tree is not browning everywhere, just on the hot side. If the damage is mostly on one side of the tree, especially the hottest, most exposed side, think sunburn or heat stress first. Not disease, not mystery deficiency, just too much direct exposure, too fast. UC IPM notes that sunburn can become severe on avocado trunks and limbs when canopies are sparse or trees are exposed, and recommends whitewashing with diluted white interior latex paint to protect exposed bark. This happens a lot after heavy pruning, heat waves, newly planted trees, or when a tree was shaded and then suddenly exposed. One of the classic protections is whitewashing exposed trunk and limbs with a 50-50 mix of white interior latex paint and water. That's straight from UC-style sunburn guidance for avocado and other susceptible trees. You're not painting the whole tree. You're protecting the exposed bark and the areas taking the hit. And during extreme heat, temporary shade cloth can help young or stressed trees get through the worst of it. Wind can make this even worse by drying leaves faster and increasing stress. So if you've got browning mostly on the exposed side after hot, dry weather, that's a huge clue. A few things I do not want you doing after this video. Don't dump fertilizer on tip burn and assume it's a deficiency. UC Avocado Nutrition Guidance says tip burn is usually not a nutrient deficiency. Don't keep watering a wet root zone because the leaves look sad. Don't pile mulch against the trunk. And don't expect damaged leaves to go back to perfect. Judge recovery by the next flush of growth. Okay, here's your 30-day avocado recovery plan. Week 1, flush the root zone. If you suspect salt buildup, do a real leaching irrigation. For container trees, water slowly until it runs freely out the bottom. For in-ground trees, use a long, slow soak that moves water through the basin. Leaching is the standard response to chloride and salinity-driven tip burn. Week 2, protect the roots. Apply a thick layer of coarse woody mulch under the canopy, but keep it at least 6 inches away from the trunk. UC Avocado guidance emphasizes mulch as root protection and specifically warns against placing it against the trunk. Week 3. Reset your watering. Stop watering by habit. Check moisture below the surface before every irrigation decision. If the soil is already wet, wait. If it's dry deeper down, water thoroughly. UC sources repeatedly recommend checking soil moisture before irrigating when root health is a concern. Week 4. Watch for the real sign of recovery, not the old leaves. The new growth. You're looking for a healthier push of new, greener leaves and a stop to the worsening pattern. With salt injury especially, the old damage usually stays until those leaves are replaced. And if your problem is sun exposure, add that protection now. Whitewash the exposed trunk, use temporary shade if needed, and avoid making the tree even barer with aggressive pruning during hot weather. Your avocado tree wants to live. These leaves are not just damage. They're communication. Brown tips, yellowing edges, blotchy scorch, one-sided burn. All of it is the tree telling you where the stress is. And once you stop guessing and start reading the pattern, avocado care gets a whole lot less frustrating. If this helped, hit like so more frustrated avocado growers can find it. And in the comments, tell me which one you're dealing with right now. Salt, watering, or sun. That'll tell me what video to make next.